Hello, welcome back to tonight's episode of John Block Marathon Madness. I'm your host, Jonathan Gabe. So let's begin. So tonight we're talking about we're gonna fast forward, season 7, episode 3, Krazy-Kiddos, and season 8, episode 8, Savage First Day of Pre-K. And first and foremost, Hunter is not starting pre-K, okay? And I'll get to that in a little bit. Now, let's begin. So, this is episode 3 of season 7. This is 11th grade, and this is literally the third day of of 11th grade. Um, so yeah, so Hunter goes to breakfast, he gets breakfast, then he goes to the Heartland bus, he gets to Heartland, and then he goes to his first free period of the day, um, which is early childhood education. So Hunter is wanting to be a preschool teacher, so that's why he's in early childhood. And in the early childhood class, they literally have a preschool. So, and I'm going to talk about this in a future episode. We're going to talk about the preschool open house. I'm going to go back and forth, but just like this whole marathon madness. Um, but around this time, 2 years ago or whatever, 3 years ago probably, um, was the start of preschool. So that's why I'm talking about this episode. We're going back and forth. But Hunter is, they have a little preschool, and this is onset and offset. So it's still happening today, this program. But anyway, um, so we already know who the preschoolers are. And um, but today is their first day of preschool. Um, and this is season 8, episode 8, not okay. I went back. Okay. But anyway, um, so this is their first day of preschool. But when he gets to class, um, and they prepare for the first day of preschool, and I forgot Hunter's. I remember what his is. Okay. Um. So, and there's a bunch of rules that they do, and I'm gonna go, if I remember, I'll just kind of walk through it. But they prepare everything for the day, and then they have the first thing they do, the preschoolers that get there, and then the first thing they do is centers, and they have um, a box in Melita's center. I've always said that wrong. They have a dramatic play center, a science center, a math center, um, a music center, uh, a reading center or literacy center, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, and a writing center. I forgot that. So Hunter today, his responsibility today, um, and each teacher, each 11th grader and 12th grader who is in the program is the teachers, and each teacher has a role that they teach and they do. So Hunter's job is to blocks movement to the center. Um, and it comes with a lesson, which I'll walk through that. But he's also teaching lessons. I believe this is the first day of preschool that he is a blocks center teacher, person, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, he does the block center because the first thing that they do is the centers. And Hunter, says hi to the kiddos and they do blocks. And this week is Colors Week. So they're playing with colorful blocks, they're building castles, and they're having a fun time. And then after center time, and they don't have, usually I said that Hartman has breaks when you're not, but on preschool days, which is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, they don't have breaks. So it's just teaching all day. But anyway, so that's why I'm just walking through this. So it starts with centers, and then they have calendar time. So they do the day, the month, and the day, and the year, and they they have they do the letter, they do songs, they just calendar time, and then which who all loved. I personally, you know, enjoyed calendar time in preschool and elementary school. That was my favorite part of the day, or circle time, whatever you want to call it, meeting time, um, whatever you want to call it. That was my favorite time, lesson to teach the preschoolers. That was my favorite part of school when I was in elementary school, and I bet you guys too. I also enjoyed centers in school and preschool, but I did dramatic play a lot. I like doing the kitchen. I like doing the house, and everything. How about you? What do you think? But anyway, and then after calendar time, it's music time, and they're doing some songs. They're having fun. The kiddos, um, which you'll see in the clip. Um, and then after music, they go to reading, and they do a story time. um, Reading there's the story time whatever. That's done. They just read. We read to the kids. The teacher reads to the kids, and they're enjoying the book, and they ask questions about the book, and they try to answer them, and we answer them for them. And it's the first day, and everyone. But and then after reading, is alphabet time. So we have an alphabet lesson, and I'm trying to remember what lesson I did. I probably will guess, and you'll find out in the clip what lesson I truly teach that day. But and then after alphabet lesson, they go to snack time, and they sing the snack song, and then the kids eat, and while they're eating, the teachers chill and work prepare for their next lesson. And then so they do snack, and then they go to, and then there's PE, which is called physical activity lesson. So they just do like exercises, stretches. They just dance around, get all their energy out, and then they go to, and after physical activity, they have themed lesson, which is just a basic lesson, basic teaching of the theme of the week, number of the week, and letter of the week, so that we can teach about all three of those things. And this is my lesson, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I talked about the colors. Because it was colors week, red, orange, yellow, all that. I also talked about, we counted colors, so, um, but, and we did the letter of the week, which I forgot what it was, but I think this today I did a themed lesson, I think, and that went with the block center. And then after the theme lesson, they go to the block center, which I did that, um, and then we did the closing time, where we just sing songs. And they have fun, and we say goodbye, and everybody had a great first day of preschool. So Hunter didn't do preschool himself. Well, I did, but that was 13 years ago at this point. But um, but this was the preschoolers and the preschool program at Heartland's first day of preschool. It was so fun. It was fun for me per onset, offset when we were not filming. It was fun. I just really enjoyed it. And that's why I really enjoyed about Sajal Block OG, which was the 11th grade edition, of which was doing Heartland and doing preschool. That was my favorite part of the whole show, of this whole series of Sajal Block, I will tell you. Other than I really enjoyed the Barhead, and I really enjoyed being the Savage Club and being the Savage and all of that, but I really enjoyed teaching the preschoolers and seeing the preschoolers' faces every day and seeing their laughter and seeing their smiles every day. So I just enjoyed it all. But anyway, it'll always be in my heart and memory forever, and I enjoyed it so much. But anyway, now I'm gonna talk about season 7, episode 3, Krazy-Kiddos. Oh, I didn't finish the first day of preschool. But after preschool, after closing time, he goes back to his school, he goes to his study hall, and then he goes to lunch and has a board meeting, has fun there, and then he goes to science, ICT, physics and chemistry, and does that, gets through that, and then he goes to Algebra 2. They have a lesson, they have activities, kind of stressful, but he gets through it. Then he goes to the race course with Miss Wartming, with Miss Oswald, and he finishes his math assignments for the day. And then he gets done police force, he goes through US history, he gets done today, and then he goes home for the night, and that's it. Now we're going to go backwards a little bit to season 7, episode 3, the third day of 11th grade. Here we go. So, um, and this is, I think, a 5-day episode as well. So this is the third day of 5th grade. He goes to class, he goes to Heartland, he goes to early childhood education with Miss Higgins, a great teacher, a great woman, on set, offset, all of it. But anyway, um, today is a Friday day, so basically, um, they have a lesson, and the seniors in the class talk about their internships that they had last year at different daycares and different preschools. They told stories about it to the upcoming, to the juniors, which was me. So 2 or 3 students taught to Hunter and to the rest of the teachers about their experiences, and they had some funny story, great, uh, important information that was shared. But they had some pretty crazy. One told some pretty crazy stories about the kiddos, and that's why the episode is called "Crazy with a K Kiddos," because those kids that one of the seniors talked about from her internship was crazy. Like picking nose and just, kid stuff, weird stuff, crazy stuff. And Hunter was, oh my gosh, what am I getting into? But hey, that's what you do when you're getting ready to teach preschool. That's what you do when you work at a preschool or daycare, elementary school. You have crazy kiddos, but it's okay. You get through it and it's great. But anyway, this kind of freaked Hunter out a little bit. And then after they talked about their story time about their internship, which gave Hunter some good information, gave him some tips, gave him some to look forward to. After the story time, they have their break, and then after the break, Miss Higgins gives the lesson for the rest of the 2 hours left of Heartland. They just do lessons, activities, assignments, everything, prepare for the next week. So that's all they pretty much do. And then after that, he goes to back to school. He does study hall, brotherhood meeting. They just laugh, they chat, they eat pizza, and then they go to science with Mr. Mindock, and then he goes to Algebra 2, and they have like a quiz or a test. Then he goes with Mr. Stevens, he goes to Miss Warren to get help with it. And then they have no other assignments, so resource he just chills, relaxes. It's Friday. And then he goes to US history. They do lesson, they do activity. Um, and the third day in the week, the first week of 5th grade is done. He does his little ritual. He does his Friday dance. It's finally the weekend. He made it through the first week of 5th grade, and so many weeks to go. And we'll go back to the first day of 5th grade, but that will be a future episode. We just go back and forth here at Marathon Madness. But yeah, and but he has a wonderful week. He goes home for a wonderful weekend. All right, and with that, I hope everyone has a great night. Um, have a great day, everyone, and may God bless and protect each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow night for another episode, Wednesday night for another episode of San John Bot Marathon Madness. God bless you all, protect you all, and good night, goodbye. See you tomorrow night. Bye.